Hey guys, it's Peter McKinney here. I'm just outside working on the grill. I got some salmon that I've rubbed down with some of my favorite rub. I've got some corn on here. We're gonna roast some corn. So as you see, we're looking for some nice char on the corn. And then once we see the char, that's when I like to kind of spin it, rotate it a little bit on the grill. I'm just using my propane grill tonight. Sometimes I'll do this on like on one of my other grills. Sometimes I'll do it on my PK. Sometimes I'll do it on the pellet grill so I can add a little wood. You can see over here I got a little piece of cherry over there in the corner. It's just add a little smoke, a little flavor to that propane. I'm gonna close the lid. So we've got a nice one of my favorite barbecue rubs with, when it comes to salmon, sometimes I like to take and I'll combine it with an oil. So I put that on there. And so you got the rub with a little bit of the oil on there. I'll show you a little bit about that later, but I just wanted to share with you one of the meals we're making tonight. Got some salmon, some corn. I will do later a cornbread. We got some grilled angel food cake that we're gonna do with some strawberries and a little bit of lime zest, some fresh whipped cream. I'll show you how I make that. It's one of my favorite things. When it's summer, I love to make seafood. I love to put a barbecue spin on salmon. So instead of blackening it, we're gonna cook it skin side down on this really hot grill. You can see the temp of the grill somewhere around 500 degrees, and it'll keep going up a little bit. We'll get that skin nice and crispy. Then we'll flip it over. We'll put some marks on the other side, and maybe we'll turn it into a little bit of taco. So let's see where we're at. You can see the temp is going up. You can see that our corn, right, has some nice char on it. You can see the brightness. So when you put it on, it's a little bit duller in color. As it starts to get bright, that's how you know, okay, so my corn's getting at the right temperature. I'll start rolling it a little bit more so I can even out. You can see the skin on this salmon, whoo, nice and crispy. What I love is that'll make it easy, especially if you're making salmon tacos or something, to take the meat right off the salmon. So as I roll it over, you can see some of these marks. I'm gonna put a mark on this other side, boom, just like that. So I like to be, sometimes I'll use like fish tongs. I don't feel like I always need them, especially with something like salmon that falls apart a little less easy. So it's a little firmer than some of the other fish. It's gonna stick together. So you can see what's happening over here with that. I'm gonna give you like 45 seconds. Okay, 45 seconds for this salmon on this side. That's gonna put us another mark here. I like my salmon, especially for tacos. I want it like warm and pink. So somewhere around 135, 140 degrees. You know, seafood we can take all the way up to 150. I like my salmon 135, 140. Then I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna rest it. Love resting it. Right, we're gonna turn this corn a little bit. As you can see, look, see some of the nice color, some of the nice char on that corn. That's what I love, because that's gonna give us that smoky flavor. And I will even take that corn, I'll cut it off the cob and make a salad, or sometimes I'll cut it off the cob, puree it, and put it in my cornbread. All right, so we're at that 45-second mark. Ready? Boom. Look how that salmon, look. Woo. You can see it. It's got that nice color. See how that is? I got the skin intact. Woo! She's done. Reese! Okay, my dog just got away. I'll be back. So look, here we go. Finish frying. Look at the salmon. There's Reese. She ran away. Like, I gotta go. So there's the salmon. You can see we got a nice, look at this. Nice pink. All done. We got that good texture on the outside, that good crumble. That's going to be great for a taco. And then there's the corn. We're going to spread some butter, some salt, some pepper. I'm going to take, with the salmon, I'm going to make a slaw. I'll show you that. We have the salmon, we have the corn. I've got a little bit of slaw here. So I've got some cabbage, some carrots. I'm going to cut up a little more of this purple cabbage, right? So I take the purple cabbage, and as I do that, I'm going to slice up nice and thin this purple cabbage on the angle here. I just love the color of purple cabbage. You can also see that I've got some cilantro here. So I'll take this purple cabbage, boom, put it in there. I've got some pickled onions that we made, they're starting to come down and pickle themselves a little bit. So we'll take some nice cilantro here. I'll take that, I'm gonna put it in with this slaw. So we're gonna make these tacos to go with this salmon, right? Look how good that salmon looks. So we take that, look, we put that in there. We got the pink, we got the red, we got the white, we got the purple, we got that cilantro that's gonna look great. I like to spice it up just a little bit. So I'll take a little jalapeno here. I'm gonna cut it. I don't worry about the seeds or anything. I'm just gonna cut it in half. I'm gonna cut it in half again. Take this top part that doesn't have the seeds. I'm gonna slice that down nice and thin. So we're gonna crunch it up. Boom. Look how thin we get those pieces right there. So as we're doing that jalapeno, just a little hint of the spice is gonna get in there. I'm gonna take, where's my lime? I got a lime right here. We're gonna squeeze that. And then we're gonna take, so I'm gonna take about a third of that lime. We're just gonna squeeze it on top there, boom. That gives us some of the citrus. We're also gonna get some of this acidity from these pickled onions. I've made a chipotle mayonnaise. We're gonna squirt that in there, boom. We're gonna spin that all around. And you see you get a nice little creamy slaw. So that is gonna go on top of the little bit of salmon there, right, boom. Serve it with that corn. Make these tacos, it's gonna be great. And roll. Hi, it's Peter McKinney, I'm back. We're doing our salmon tacos. So I've got a tortilla. Sometimes I would grill these outside. Tonight, because I just put in this beautiful induction oven, I just took a little bit of olive oil, I'm gonna put it in the pan. I like a flour tortilla because I love the flavor. Right, so we're gonna take our flour tortilla. I wanna show you these onions. I just pickled these onions about 20 minutes ago. You can see that beautiful red color. These are sweet onions. Sometimes I'll use red onions, but I like the flavor of a sweet onion. You can see I've got a little bit of jalapeno. I use a cherry or a maraschino cherry juice in here because it really adds to the color with the red wine vinegar, a little bit of sugar. So I'm gonna show you how we're gonna add this acidity on the taco. First thing I'm gonna do, take and just dip a little bit of that taco in the olive oil. Make sure it's nice and hot, right? So all I want to do is I want to crisp this thing up, give it a little bit of heat, just make it a little more pliable. I'm going to take my salmon, as you can see the beautiful color in that salmon. That was the dog. See the beautiful char on the outside. You can see even some of this. I could take the skin. You can see how that skin, we rendered all the fat out of there. We got some nice char. So I'm going to add some texture right there with some of that. Boom. We're going to take this. We're going to put it, I've got my corn. So what I like to do is I'll take a spoon. See the spoon? It's got that same shape. I'll take the butter in the spoon, put it on my corn like that. Bam! And then I'll take one of my favorite barbecue seasonings and I'll sprinkle it on the corn. And that's gonna give it a little sweetness, a little smokiness, and give it some of that extra flavor for that corn. So you can see there's the char. You can see that beautiful color on the corn. We're gonna take that, we're gonna put it on the plate right there, right? Then we're gonna take our tortilla. You can see how it blew up just a little bit from that. We're gonna take a little bit of this salmon, right, that we just put right there. We're gonna take some of those crispy chunks, some of those other chunks. That is pretty warm on my hand, but you can see how that looks right there. We're gonna take some of the slaw we made. We're gonna put it on top. We're gonna take a little bit extra of that chipotle mayonnaise I had made earlier. It's in a container because I like to just keep it stored like that. And then I'm gonna take some of these pickled onions. We're gonna put those right on top. So you can see a little bit of the acidity from those nice pickled onions that we made. Some of the brightness from the slaw. And sometimes I'll even take a little bit of this jalapeno and I'll slice that nice and thin. Put it on top as well. So we get a little pop of spice from the jalapeno. And bang, ready? Let's see what this looks like. Our salmon taco. Just the right spice, just the right kick. Salmon tacos and our beautiful corn on the grill, a little bit of barbecue rub.